What's the typical advice for an early reader? Read, read, read. But what do you do when your children are just starting their reading journey? They need accessible stories with simple and decodable words. So how do you get children the right amount of reading practice, making that transition from learning letters and their sounds to reading words? And how do they have the right level of success without being overwhelmed or defeated? For you, the answer may be Bob books. Bob books are sequentially built phonics readers that have broad appeal, from secular to Christian audiences, from traditional classroom to Montessori to the homeschool classroom. And they are just right in so many ways. Each set includes up to 12 small format books, most with just 12 pages. And these are just the right size for young hands. They're visually simple and uncluttered. The text is interesting and even humorous. The characters are real squares and other shapes too. Books introduce us to such characters as Sally the circle, Seth the square, and Tanner the triangle, simultaneously teaching us the concept of alliteration. Created by a teacher for her students over 40 years ago, these books have stood the test of time, and they can be used alongside any phonics program for extra practice. They're quick, guaranteed success. Kids get such a reward saying, "Hey, today I read a whole book." And they just work. Kids love them. So let's look first at the original basic series. The main original series is a set of 5 sets, each with 12 books. These are available individually or as a set of 5. Sets 1 and 2 are for beginning readers and feature consistent sounds and short vowels in 3-letter words. You only need to know 4 letter sounds to read the first set. Sets 3 and 4 include blends, endings, and occasional sight words. At these levels, the number of books in the set decreases, but the length of each story increases and becomes more complicated. Set 5 has 8 longer stories that contain long vowel words, compound words, sight words, and longer stories. Available to accompany these readers are 3 different levels of beginning workbooks that will engage your young reader, increase reading comprehension, and they'll dovetail nicely with their beloved Bob books. The workbooks don't have a direct one-to-one correlation with each set. However, there's a table of contents in each workbook that shows which Bob book and the stories that the pages correlate to. Highlights of these workbooks are there's about 200 plus pages of activities, including activities like letter tracing, writing, matching, and word searches. Writing lines start out wide and decrease as the series continues. Each one includes an I can read it checklist and certificates of achievement. Today, in addition to the workbooks, there are sight word readers, pre-readers, and more that expand or build on to the Bob book offerings. Let's talk briefly about each. My first Bob books prep the basic skills needed for pre-reading, pre-literacy skills. An included parent card with each set will provide some teaching suggestions and some activity ideas, such as matching shapes, playing I Spy, or Follow the Leader. The alphabet set letters are introduced alphabetically and 2 or 3 at a time, upper and lowercase letters. It covers short vowels and the hard k sound for the letter C instead of s. Pre-reading skills set has sequentially builds basic skills to prepare your child for reading. It introduces basic shapes, prepares kids to identify letters. The books will also cover sorting, patterns, and sequencing. The sight words sets in kindergarten and first grade. The 2 in this set have actually won the Oppenheim Best Book Award in 2010. And these sets introduce 60 common sight words, sometimes referred to as high-frequency words. Kids will learn words such as to or fly, good, and small. Each set contains 10 books, each introducing 3 sight words in each story. They list the sight words inside the front cover, and there are 30 two-sided flashcards with pictures, a sentence, and the sight word in bold font. The rhyming word set of 10 readers combines simple and humorous stories using rhyming word families. The reading level is about grade 1. Rhyming is a great way to introduce more vocabulary, and each book will have 3 to 4 letter rhyming words, consistent vowel sounds, and repetition. And this set adds 40 rhyming word puzzle cards so kids can practice, which is useful for extension activities too. They will work through word endings of 1 consonant and 1 vowel, like am, an, ed, en, ip, in, og, ot, uff, and ugh. Whew. Well, that was a mouthful, but your kids will have just as much fun learning and saying these words. And lastly, the Bob books, stages 1 through 3, combine the approach of graded reading levels with phonics and are a great companion to the sight words and beginning readers. These sets combine sets of readers with the appropriate level workbook. Now, a complete set available at Rainbow Resource Center is the value package, and it includes 9 books from the ABC to the rhyming words. If you want to nurture a child's lifelong interest in reading, Bob books are an excellent place to start. For questions about these books, or if you're wanting to find a curriculum that really fits your family, contact our consultant team at Rainbow Resource Center from 8:30 to 5 Central Time via online chat, phone, or email.